Thank you for tuning into the Model Connection podcast. I am your host, Eric Harrell. Please like, follow, and subscribe on social media and everywhere you get your podcast. Links are in the description. With us today is a very special guest.
My name is Brooke Aspen, and I'm a rising model in Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm glad to be here to share my story on the Model Connection with Eric and Kelsey.
I'm having so much fun, and I cannot wait to hear what Brooke has to say, and it's going to be great. I'm excited for this.
And with that being said, Brooke Aspen, thank you for being my guest on this episode of the Model Connection podcast.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure.
So, tell me about yourself.
Well, I actually grew up here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville girl, okay.
Yeah, not many left of us. So
Call you a unicorn, I've heard.
Mm-hmm. No one knew it, but I am.
Unicorn. Okay, you have been modeling for how long?
Only since this May, so like a few months.
Since May, so a newbie is a baby, as you refer to it as. Baby. What got you started in modeling?
Well, I started with the agency at first.
Okay.
And then I just decided to go freelance. I thought it was better for me.
What got you interested in modeling?
I've always been kind of interested. I remember my parents taking me to like the little open casting calls, as a teenager and stuff. And I always, I got picked, but we just didn't have the money for the training. But then, I started a career, and then now I'm at a good place where I can, do something else with my life and do something fun for myself.
Yeah. Okay. Now, on that point, Kelsey, a modeling coach, is that really even necessary?
I had a modeling coach starting out, and she's actually now Mrs. United States of America. She was not whenever she coached me, but also, with TikTok and just modern technology, I wholeheartedly think that it's something that you can train yourself, and then working with photographers, they will give you constructive criticism. So I don't think it's necessarily you need the training. It does help, definitely. It makes things go faster, but TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube. There's so much training on there. Just copy. It's just kind of like mirroring what other models do that you like, and that's what you do, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Brooke, in all of the areas, genres of modeling, how do you classify your brand?
I like fashion, but I like glamour too. I like to be glamorous.
Okay, now in a professional sense, glamour pertaining to what now?
More like just facial features and, I like sexy outfits, that do show my curves, but I'm very strict on what I want to reveal, So, but I do like fashion, though. I kind of like them fashion poses.
In a professional term sense to us photographers, a glamour includes all areas of lingerie, a bikini, implieds, and nudes. Okay, so when someone says they like glamour, I want to be sure they understand what professional terms that we are communicating on, okay?
Yeah.
So let's be sure, if you say glamour, you understand what glamour is.
Yeah.
Okay?
Interesting. I didn't even know that because I would say like glitz and glamour because I like to do pageants, and that's not sexy.
Right.
So now I learned a new term.
Like, I haven't really necessarily done a bikini or anything. I've done a little, moderate boudoir. But
Okay.
I don't want to do lingerie yet.
Okay.
You know, I'm still really new, so I'm trying to find my comfort level.
Right, right.
Yeah, and see, how the photographers help me out and.
When you post casting for work, please be very specific in what you are looking for. Okay, because as I just mentioned, what term I may use and what term you use may have two totally separate meanings. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so.
Oh yeah, I'm specific on what I won't do. I'll tell you that. Not.
No, and that's
so
good.
then yeah.
It's, and it's always a good thing right there, okay?
Yeah.
Know your limits. Draw you draw that line. And don't ever cross that line with what you're not comfortable with. Because once it's out there, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the term that you're looking for is probably you like high fashion modeling.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do
Because
like high
that's even like
fashion.
boutiques. Like I do a lot of boutiques and that's high fashion modeling. Get to do the fun long poses and arms and all of that stuff, but you're wearing normal clothes. Or maybe a little bit sexy, but not,
Yeah.
full on lingerie.
Yeah, I appreciate this, you guys. I could use all the advice and information.
Here is your opportunity to ask the guest or ask the host. You've got a photographer here that can give you his viewpoint from behind the camera, a professional model to give you her viewpoint from in front of the camera. So this may be the good opportunity for you to ask us the questions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, Brooke Aspen. I love that name. So I'm still curious, like, what made you want to be a model? Like, obviously, you're a beautiful girl. Your cheekbones are out of this world. Photographers, if you can't see all the way up, she has great features to work with. But what keeps you going? What makes you want to keep pursuing modeling?
I just, it's really fun to see yourself that way.
The end result?
Yeah, and then you never know. Honestly, I didn't know how hard it would be because I really thought it was just, just standing there and posing how you wanted and, just making kissy faces or something. But no, it's not. It's hard, and I like challenges. I like to improve in them. So whatever I do, that's what I want to do. I want to make it better. I do, but I do love seeing my mom said though one time she's like, because I'll show her pictures that I don't like. She's like, honey, you're gonna love these pictures when you get older. She's like, you better, yeah.
Oh
she's
my
like, you better
goodness.
be glad right now.
This is why we love our mamas. They
Yeah,
tell
I
it to us
know.
straight.
But yeah, I do. I love it. I love all the, the different clothes and styles and just, how the photographers can, perceive you. Each one has like their own perception and way of, photographing you. So I think it's really neat.
And being on the other side of the camera, you don't know what you're about to get sent to
Oh,
your email.
No.
And you open it up and you're like, that's me?
Yeah, it's nothing like a selfie.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Nothing like a selfie.
It's because their camera's like $10,000. I'm like, I wish I had
Right.
one of these in every corner of my house.
So, your perception of modeling after you have done it a while is totally different than what you thought it was before you got started.
Absolutely. Yes.
What has been the hardest part for you?
Being too hard on myself. Really.
Too hard? Well, in a way, that's how you learn, isn't it? By being hard on yourself to challenge yourself to do this next shoot better than you did the last one?
It is, but it also means I'm never satisfied either. If I'm always trying to improve. I mean, it's a good thing and then it's a bad thing. I always want to improve on things and work on things. But I don't want to be that person that's just not happy with anything. especially when it's, great.
I have a tip about that. So,
Yeah.
one thing that I do with every photographer I've ever worked with is they'll take a few shots and I say, "Can I see it?"
Mm-hmm.
And they'll show me one image just so I can be like, I'll either be like, "Wow, that's me," and then my confidence shoots up and I'm going, or I'm like, "I need to adjust that leg and point my
Yeah.
chin down," and then I'll be like, "So now can I see it?" So
Mm-hmm.
just like that visual, and then you see one, you're just like, "Okay, I'm popping it out. Here comes all my confidence." So I always tell people to ask that question, "Can I see one?" Because even
Yeah.
on that little screen, it's like, wow, compared to an
Yeah.
iPhone, you know?
Yeah, and when I do look at them like that, then later on, when I look at them later, there's some that I thought were good that weren't, and then some when I thought that weren't good that were. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, I like that one.
In your mind, what makes a good photograph?
Well,
Yeah, Eric, that's a hard question.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, I just think it when you catch someone looking natural, like a natural kind of, not so strained or trying so hard or I've seen some of the pictures that, they caught me naturally laughing
Hmm.
and I love it. So I kind of like that, you know.
And you can master
Yeah.
the fake laugh too.
Yeah, I try.
Have you found that when you like an image, it is in a group of maybe 4 or 5 images that just boom, 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 boom. I like all 5 of them.
No.
Wow.
I don't like all 5 of them.
Wow.
I mean, there's always going to be my favorite.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
is always going to be my favorite. But, well, I mean, like if somebody only took 5 pictures,
Well, okay.
or is it like a whole bunch?
A whole
and
bunch.
there's- Oh, well, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I could pick out 5.
I have done shoots where I've done. I'm just going to throw this number out there. I've done 100 shoots, and I will get to a series where there will be 5, 6, or 7 shots. I just consecutively, one right after another. All of them are keepers. It could be your pose. It could be your facial expression, eye contact. It could be how your body looks. Just whatever it is, it just looks just so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Just that one little 5, 6, or 7 images. I could throw the rest of them away.
Yeah.
Give me those 5 images, and I'm good.
I get what you're saying there. Okay. Okay, so like if you take 500 pictures, he's saying like, you like 18 different poses, but then there's this one specific pose. Maybe it's the same pose, but your head's turned different ways, and it's like all of those are good in that one pose.
Yes.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, like
yeah.
a grouping
Yeah,
of it.
yeah. Someone told me once that a photographer will take about, 500 pictures. You may get 5 good ones, So I know it does take a lot of them.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, we take like 20 selfies of ourselves.
Yeah.
to get a
My
good
average
one,
is
yeah.
15 every photo shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done over 50 photo shoots at this point, and I've got an average of 15 the only ones I want to keep.
Oh, yeah.
And the other ones, they're fine, but 15 great ones out of 500, they'll send me.
Oh, yeah.
So that's very normal.
Oh,
Just
okay,
know
yeah.
that, just like being new and everything, I don't like more than half the pictures, but that's how you look in that moment. So if you
Yeah.
keep that in your head, that's just how you look right now. That's not how you look just because you hate the picture, like
Yeah.
just in that one little moment. So I just think like starting off as a model, just keeping that in your head, that's not what you always look like. It's just that 1 millisecond you looked like that. But then look at the others and you're like, okay, I'm going to just throw that one out. Don't think about it and keep your confidence up with that.
Yeah. How does your family take your modeling?
Oh, my mom's very supportive. My family's supportive. Yeah. Yeah. My brother first said, I don't want to see you like that. Like, don't show me those pictures. And then he's coming around. I mean, he's like 48, so I'm his little sister. So, but yeah, my mom loves it. She used to actually do makeup and hair for modeling agencies
Hey, all right.
way back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So did Mom give you any inside tips, information on how to get started, how to model?
Not much. I mean, she just kind of encourages me and, tells me which ones she likes. And, she just says you got to wear a lot of makeup. That's what she
Kelsey?
I
tells
can't
me.
wait to wipe off my face later. Yeah, I don't look like this all the time. Peel
I
off
don't
these
either.
eyelashes later on. Got my spiders on. So you said you started in May. What made you, did you hire a photographer? Did you do like a trade for print? Like what got you started where you were like, okay, I like taking these pictures. I want to continue and see what else I can do.
Well, it was like the agency accidentally called me.
Accidentally.
And thought I was like a designer or something, like a fashion designer, wanted his models to model them or whatever. So he left a message. So then I was thinking, I'm like, maybe this is an opportunity, in disguise that I should take. So I called him back and sent them some pictures, and then they were super excited, and I was too, which I really didn't know much of anything about this industry, So then it just kind of went from there.
Wow.
So,
That's,
yeah, that
Yeah,
was
no,
it.
keep on going too. I mean,
Right?
Yes.
it's a lot of self-promotion, to be quite honest. Like, no one's going to do it for you. Put yourself out there, you're going to stay inside, you know? Like, no one's going to really do it for you, even if you're in an agency. Like, just be consistent and like what you're doing. And, I mean, it'll keep going. You're not even going to recognize a year from now. You might be back on this podcast and you're going to be like, so listen to this, guys. Listen to what happened.
with modeling, what were some insecurities that you may have had with it?
Well, first, I didn't really know how to dress. I was insecure, because I'm like, I have nothing to wear. I just wear yoga pants and tank tops, So then I started, and then, it was more like, now I like to communicate with the photographers about what I should wear. And then a lot, at first my clothes were like, do you have something else? But then it started getting better, because I started shopping better, and then I started seeing the styles, and it's like, oh, let's try this with something else, try it with this. And do you have this? I'm like, no, I gotta go get it.
And Eric, as a photographer, do you like whenever like models before a photo shoot would send you the outfits? Because that's one thing I do is I'll take a mirror selfie and be like, do you see a vision with this?
Yeah, I do
Because
too.
like they're like the creative eye behind it. We're doing the hard work of posing and stuff. They're doing the hard work of the exposures and settings, but also like I know that they're the creativity behind it. So like sending selfies and something and getting suggestions.
And
is that something you like, or do you prefer?
People say they send pictures, images. I will copy images of other photographers, and I will send an image to you and say, Brooke, do you have an outfit that looks like this? This is a concept that I want to shoot. If you don't have this, if you cannot get this, if I buy it for you, will you wear it? Can you wear it? Could you wear it? Okay. Many times I've learned one size don't fit all. Okay. It's better off if you, the model, goes buy the outfit. If I've got to reimburse you for it, I got no problem, okay? But many times you'll use that outfit over and over again, just
Yeah.
a different variation of it. I like to send you images of what I am going for. So you know what road I am traveling down, what I am looking for from you. Maybe the poses, maybe the look, it may be the makeup, hair, outfit. That way, if you are uncomfortable with anything, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, I love to communicate with you as much as possible before the shoot, so we are on the same page before the shoot date. Okay, because that way you know what outfits to bring, makeup. Um, if I've got to have a hair makeup artist for you, I can schedule one. If you are comfortable doing your own, fine. Planning is everything.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's longer than the photo shoot. The planning phase.
Oh
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Hair, nails,
I
eyebrows. Oh,
yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, I have photographers do that. I communicate pretty well because I really want to know what they want, and they send me photos just like you said. Like at first, my experience wasn't the greatest, with how I started.
Right.
But when I started working with outside photographers, it started getting a lot better, and I started realizing that I think I need to start, getting other people's perspectives and
And
photographers.
how would you learn if we don't tell you?
Exactly.
Um, I cannot expect you to show up at the shoot and be Kelsey Derringer prepared. Okay, that's just not going to happen. I've got to help you.
Mhm.
That is my part as a photographer, is to help you to help me. And if I don't do that, the whole thing just goes down the toilet. Okay, it's not going to work. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
So we have got to help you be the best model you can be. Plain and simple. To give you ideas. Um, Coach you when necessary. Give you constructive criticism if it's needed. Needed now. Um, I I would not ever criticize someone just for the heck of it. It will be a learning tool to use on the next photographer.
Mhm.
I mean, I think that'd be preferred than me sitting here like this. I'd rather the photographer say, pick your chin up, look a little bit to the left, and then I get a beautiful picture. So, I mean,
Oh
I
yeah.
learned everything the last 2 years through my photographers. So I didn't need them anymore, and then I can just show up and I know exactly what to do. So actually,
Yeah.
those are the best. I mean, they're the ones with their camera or their eye on the lens. So,
Mhm.
I mean, I think that's great practice.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
and if a photographer's silent, I'm a little bit scared to see the images.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, there's no way all of those looked perfect. There's no way those were great.
Exactly. Exactly.
If you've got a photographer that is vocal with you and tells you, "Yeah, I like this shot right there. You're really going to like this." If he even walks over to you and shows it to you, this is what I want from you. Okay,
Mhm.
you do this, we're golden. That gives you confidence out the roof. Okay, and it helps you to feel good. It helps us know that we are doing our job. I mean, everything just works. Okay, it just works.
Yeah.
Even though you are a new model, have you had any difficult experiences with any of your photographers?
Not the ones I started to, you know, choose on my own.
And-
Those ones have actually been. I'm pretty good at talking to photographers a little bit beforehand, to try to, get your vibe and everything, and maybe asking another photographer for, if this photographer, or they'll help me out, like, let me see their Instagram or something, like, oh, they have a private page, why are they a photographer, so yeah.
Smart, doing your research.
Yeah.
One of his guests, Brody Hall, he messaged me and warned me about a photographer who was getting banned from all the pages. And I was so happy whenever he sent me that message. He was like, just looking at, he's a very well-known photographer, Brody Hall. So, I mean, I took that to heart. I was like, I'm not going to work with them. Next week, there's a whole post about it. So, like,
Yeah.
photographers, I mean, they don't want a bad rep. They want to keep getting models. And if there's a clown photographer messing around with the models, and that's going to tarnish them getting to work with people more and more. So that's good that you pick up on that and research.
Yeah.
What criteria do you use in picking which photographers you work with?
Like from talking to them, or from
Talking to them, images they shoot, style they shoot,
Website, social media.
How do you know
Yeah.
that a photographer will be a good fit for you?
Well, I always ask if I could bring someone. If someone says no, then I don't go and I block them. I always ask I always tell them what I won't do, and if they're okay with that, then, then we start talking more. I do look at social medias, and I'm the big person on organization, so I kind of think, like, I know this photographer that's, the way he has his setup is cool. He has a page for fashion, then a page for other things that are more risque and stuff, and then the page for something else. Like, having all that in one, I mean, some photographers do, but things, to me, like, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to be in that type of mix with someone who does, like, fetish photography, because
Right.
that's not what
Right.
I want to do. So I want to be in a good mix of photos on somebody's social media. And then I also ask about the photos, like, what's your policy on the photos? Like, do I get to see some? Do you send me the edited ones? Can I post them? Or, I know they want me to tag them. I want them to tag me. I always ask about that as well.
If you could propose to a photographer your dream shoot, oh, she's smiling. What would that shoot be?
I want to do one of those pictures with the woman in the big flowy dress, like huge flowy dress that looks like it's just Photoshop, but I don't know if it is or not.
It's
but
called
if
the
it's not-
parachute dress.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I
Oh,
want
she's smiling too.
I just did it.
Did you?
Yes.
Was it good?
You have to go to the showroom.
I want to do that.
I feel like I'm accidentally promoting the showroom, but they
I
have dress
wanna do
rentals.
it.
I knew you were going to say evening gown. I mean, those are just so elegant and fun and
Yeah.
princess, and you can make them not. But the showroom Nashville has
Yeah.
thousands of gowns, from red carpet to flowy tulle to you can get in the water. Like, you need to check that out. I rent from there all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they have the
I'm gonna
parachute
to look at
dress.
that. Yeah.
I did
wanna
that in
do
front of the
something-
Parthenon. Oh my gosh, you have to do
Yeah,
it.
I do. I
I've
wanna
seen
do
some of those
something.
parachute dresses. I'm like, they are humongous.
It's Photoshop, by the way.
Oh,
With the wings and stuff, I didn't know you have to have. I had to bring my friends to hold up the two wings on the
Yeah.
side, because I was like, "How do I do this?" Because I posted on National
yeah,
Models.
yeah.
So I want to do this. They were reaching out. I was like, "So how do we do this?" And they're like, "We're gonna have two people stand on each side holding up the arms." And I was like, "Huh."
Well, I mean,
I
that
thought it would just
kinda-
fly.
Yeah,
It
well,
doesn't just
yeah,
fly.
I wish it would too, but
Yeah,
you know,
but they make it work. Yeah, no. If you
just
want to do
naturally in
something
the
like
wind,
that,
you know. I mean, you could blow a fan on me and see if it does that.
I always
but-
thought it was fans.
I did too.
It's not fans. It's people. They're just holding up like
Oh,
scarecrows, and they'll
dang.
take them out.
Yeah.
But it's still worth it doing it. It's
Yeah.
fun. You don't know they're there, but then you can tell somebody, and it's kind of funny. What you can't see is there's two invisible people on either side of
Oh,
me.
okay.
I've seen some people recently post images of a mermaid shoot.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't know.
'Cause mermaids aren't
Yeah.
real.
It's, I mean, it's pretty.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty shooting and like with the water and stuff, but I don't. That's just not something I'm interested
I think
in.
we, as photographers, we look for interesting concepts that nobody else has ever shot
Yeah.
recently. Okay.
Actually, I am gonna do something near a pool this weekend.
Okay.
But I haven't done anything really near water except like close to the lake, just
Okay.
not in water, you know. Yeah, there are a lot of ones that I still want to do. Like I still haven't done that. I
Right.
feel like I need to get that type of experience. I need to do one with I want to do one with a male model. I would
Okay.
like to do one with another female model, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe like in a castle. One in a castle. Ooh, I know what I want to do. I
Okay.
want to do that. Just reminded me.
Everybody,
wanna-
listen up now.
I want to do a Victorian shoot.
Ooh.
Yes, I want to do one of those. I think that is beautiful.
And there's all those castles up 840.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that like kind of Mona Lisa time looking, you know.
I could
kinda,
see your look going well
Yeah,
with that, with
I
like the
think that would
corset
be-
dress and all of
Yes,
that.
I think that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
And I want to do some, you know, costume face paint, like
Oh,
you
some like
know,
cosplay.
like well, like like Halloween. I can't wait for Halloween, so I'm ready for.
And your character
those
would be
types.
what?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided. You know.
Ooh, I think Medusa would be fun.
Yeah.
Like the
she was-
pitchfork or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I think
that
that
would be cool. Yeah.
Okay, now on the flip side of that coin, any shoots? Oh heck no, I'm not doing that. What would they be?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to do anything with nudity.
Okay.
You know, no,
Right.
I don't want to do that.
Might as well go to Hollywood
But-
for that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not. honestly-
Reptiles?
Yeah, no.
I just thought I throw that one out there.
They better be
No.
paying me a lot for that one.
Yeah, spider or something. Don't put
Spiders,
a spider on me.
boa
No.
constrictors, snakes,
I know.
tarantula,
Yeah, I don't know anything. I would do it with the
underwater.
nice puppy. Would be
Okay.
fun. Yes.
Oh my
Give me a
gosh.
puppy. Cute puppies all around me.
No alligators in this shoot.
No. No.
Maybe have a litter of little puppies playing around you. I don't know.
Yes, that would be cute.
If any photographer wants to do that, me and Brooke Aspen are ready.
Yes, we are.
Oh my gosh, puppies. It's so cute.
Okay, Brooke, as with all of my guests, you were gracious enough to bring some images with you, and thank you for that. For the people that are listening, where they get their podcast, and for those that are watching on YouTube, will you please look at the monitor here and tell us what we are looking at?
That's one of my recent ones. I like it.
Okay, and it was done by who?
This is done by Otis Robertson.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a great. He does a lot of branding, and I've worked with him a couple times, and he is so good. He loves me to death. I love him to death. He's a really good photographer. He is.
No, and I love the outfit in that last
Yeah.
one. It shows off your body, but it's not too risque.
Yeah, yeah.
I keep calling it classy sexy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
like that.
Ooh,
Okay.
that was my milk
Oh,
bath.
Okay. All right.
How does that
That was
work?
that was done by Aaron Shriver. He
So-
does a lot of concerts and stuff, but he's broadening his photography, but he's really good too. It was his first time doing a milk bath and mine.
How many
And
gallons of milk?
it's not all milk.
It's
It's
not milk.
like yeah,
Oh.
It's not
it's
milk.
it's a water. You know, it's just like maybe not even a gallon
Right.
really that does
Oh.
it. But I did want to do it without the flowers at first, and my hair just naturally went down that way as I was getting in the tub. You know, it is a little weird, you know, trying to make faces with water in your ears, you know, like trying to keep a straight face and
Right.
stuff. But yeah, that was one of my
It
favorite
turned out
ones of his.
awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
one.
We have got many different recipes for a milk bath
Yeah.
solutions. Okay.
Thought it was a bunch of milk.
Oh,
yeah.
no, it's not all milk.
Like a whole, like 2 shopping
No.
carts
No,
going through
no,
Walmart.
no.
That's what I had in my head.
No, no.
My
Oh, no.
skin was silky smooth afterwards, though. Yes.
I need to sign up for one
They
of those.
are. They're good for your skin.
Okay, and we have here what?
That is Otis again. That was our first shoot. That was downtown.
I know.
So we
your
were, yeah.
Your abs look great.
Well, thanks.
I always notice those right away. That's
Yeah.
my favorite feature on a girl is to see their abs. Like they're so pretty.
Yeah, I have a little of my tattoo showing. I got a couple tattoos, but they're not like really like on my arms.
So
and
you could
anything,
cover
too.
it if you
Yeah,
wanted
Yeah.
to,
I
but
could, yeah.
they've gotten so popular.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I love tattoos. I'd like to get more.
You know, I know exactly where you're standing. I jumped up on that thing
Did
and
you?
almost gave my sister a heart attack.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
known for jumping up on walls and everything.
Really?
I just
Oh,
don't look
no.
down. But
No.
that's great.
Yeah, I like that. It was right. The lighting was great. The time of day was great. He caught that, you know, just right in the perfect spot with downtown. The Batman building. You remember it being
Ooh.
called that?
Yeah.
The Batman
I
building.
still call it
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
It still is called that.
Okay, this is
Batman
my
building.
favorite one so far.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really like that.
That is by Leo Hall. Now he owns Soiree magazine.
Mhm.
And Leo has become my main photographer that I work with, and he's the one I get all my advice from and talk to him about everything. I mean, me and him talk about just about every day. You know, he's really, really trying to teach me some stuff, and he's really, really patient, and you know, we have a lot of fun too.
That one's great. I like that. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I
I
do
feel like
too.
that would be a good one if you're ever trying to go with an agency, not one that, you know, you pay thousands of dollars for, one that you just signs you for
Yeah.
free. That would be a good one to send in just for your natural face. Like, I really love that.
Yeah, he's like, don't wear too much makeup to this one. You know, he's like, let's try a
Yeah.
different look. He's one, you know, he's telling me I need to look a little more versatile, you know, and see how, you know, I can look in different photos and different lighting and black and white and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, you know.
Definitely.
So,
I
yeah,
really
I
love
do.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the same one too. I just really like that one, how it's, you know, I don't know. It looks like it tells a story.
I think so too.
And
I
that
love
story is
Just, I don't know, just peaceful, kind of peaceful out there, you know, not having to worry about anybody around.
Yeah, your cheekbone looks good. I really
Yeah.
love your facial expressions. I know they're awkward sometimes when you have to turn your head because
Oh, yeah.
to worry about.
Yeah, I
They don't always know
have,
that. Worry about
Yeah.
that, but that one's great.
Yeah. I always wonder about that too,
Me
you
too.
know.
I bet it's the photographers and their angles. I mean, they can stand right here and then say we have a little crease in our neck, and all they
That's
have to do is scoot over an inch and it's gone. Your hair covers
Yeah.
it. So that's why I'm always like, the photographers are creative,
I
the geniuses.
I always was wondered about that. Like, how do I get rid of that crease when I
angles,
Yeah.
angles. Either we tell the model to move or we move ourselves.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, now, okay, now, if our producer will put the first image back up there, I want to point out something. Right there, okay. Again, this is my own own opinion, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I would Photoshop out the flyaway hairs.
Yeah.
First thing, okay? Number two, it looks as if your left eye is totally black,
Oh, I didn't notice that.
okay?
Yeah.
I like to see a little white.
Oh.
I see that.
See, probably you've got too much mascara. It gives you that black eye look. The white in your eye on the left side there is not popping out enough, okay?
I see. Yeah.
Huh. Photographers notice everything.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's just little
Yeah.
things that I see that I would like to change. Photoshop flyaway hairs out. That eye. Can you see the white in your right eye?
Mm-hmm.
Very little white in your left eye.
Yeah.
I would like to Photoshop the more white in that eye.
Just a little more.
Just me
white.
now.
Yeah.
Others may not even matter about it, but just again, my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see what you're saying though.
Huh. I'm gonna start looking at pictures closer. So I need to ask.
Besides that, I mean, I see nothing else wrong with it. Probably the fingers on your left hand. Maybe I would like to see some fingernails.
Mm-hmm.
Are they bent under or just
Just
a
hanging
little bit?
like.
Okay. See, I would
hanging
like to
out.
see fingernails.
Yeah, all fingernails.
Yeah. It's a good picture. I would just like to shoot it differently.
Yeah, that's why I love working with so many different photographers.
You can shoot the same outfit with 4 different photographers
Mm-hmm.
and get 5 different looks
Yeah.
because everybody sees an outfit differently.
And that's
Right.
something you can request to a Nashville Models page. I did a photo shoot at 15 photographers. It ended up just being a workshop, but I went in for it. And it was so crazy to see 15 different photographers shooting me from different angles in the same outfit. And I did it completely for free because I was interested to know. They're all different. All the lighting's different. Same moment in time.
What?
So
What is it?
it was just a workshop that came down, and they were teaching
Oh.
photographers, and
Oh,
I signed
okay.
up, and I was like, it was just a trade for print, I guess. He's like, you get 15 photographer images, but every single one was different. I couldn't put 2 next to each other and say they look the same.
Oh, that's
So that's
a
what's really
good-
cool.
Yeah,
Like
that's
in
kinda
this
cool.
picture, I think I love the red with the nails and the lips matching, and I can imagine it being longer with red pumps. And that would even
Yeah.
stick out more. Like I really like that picture, and I just think a lot could be added to it too.
Yeah.
And that's just things you'll start picking up. You're like,
Yeah.
I could have added a little ring. And you don't even notice that a ring makes a difference. And I notice in a picture, I'm like, I have my mom's heart ring on.
Yeah.
And I'll notice, "Oh, I forgot. So, like little things like that, will just keep going. And then I'm excited to see you in 3 months. I'm going to follow you on Instagram and keep
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything changes like week to week almost.
It does. It really does. I can tell. I can see by my photos that I am improving. You know,
Yeah.
and that's one thing that makes it worthwhile. Is just to see how much you're progressing
And you know what that's called also? Confidence. It's
Yeah.
getting bigger and bigger. Even if you don't think it's confidence, that's what it is. That's why you're getting better.
yeah.
So that's great. I mean, those
Good.
images were good for just starting in May.
Well, thank you guys.
My goodness.
Well, I have to thank my photographers too.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys.
I can't do it with the iPhone and tripod. I've tried. You might laugh at those.
As a newbie model, I'm sure you are bound to have a question or two that you would like to ask us our opinion of.
Okay, so I do want to ask, of course, I do want to ask. I don't have like a comp card or a
Okay.
profile yet or anything,
Okay.
and I'm working on something like that. I don't know what, how, important that is, because the photographers that I've spoken to, they just want to, they just want to talk to me, like they want to shoot with me and we get ideas and stuff. Haven't had anybody really ask, like, do you have a profile?
Hmm.
You know, because they see me on my pictures on social media. So I want to know, how is that developed, which I'm trying to get more pictures, better
Right.
pictures you know, to create one.
Right.
So use the power of free marketing. Instagram.
Okay.
Instagram. You will see me all up and down Nashville Girls Group. If you're not part of that, you need to be. They do model calls for boutiques, for mock bachelor, all these things. So if you're not part of it, join. But the Nashville Models page, you'll see me. I don't put, a lot of people put, check out my Instagram, but they'll just put at Kelsteri.
Okay.
Type out Instagram.com/a username. Then they can just click on it. Because personally, whenever people comment, they're just like at symbol. I don't want to go type and look it up. I forget how to spell it. Put the link on there and make your Instagram your portfolio. My Instagram is my portfolio. I have little pictures sprinkled in there with my boyfriend or my best friends, but most of them are all from photographers, my hair salon, my spray tan ladies, giving them shout outs. Then they give me shout outs, and I made that my personal business, and then you eventually will start getting paid.
That's what I was
So-
wondering. Like, do you need to have like your own website?
No.
Or
They don't even require it with my agency. I have one, but then they also, on my website, has my Instagram, and that's the only place people have reached out for every paid shoot I've done.
Okay.
So use the power of free marketing. I mean, all those websites that were probably popular 10 years ago, Instagram came, and they're not anymore. Because that,
Instagram is
I mean, it's a
where
photo
at,
platform.
man. Telling you.
So that's my
Okay.
advice: is use your Instagram as your portfolio, and if need be, make another one that's just your modeling pictures.
Yeah, I have that. I have that
Yeah,
too.
Instagram
That's what I have
all day.
And I'm on Model Mayhem too. I'm do that sometimes.
Is
I'm
that
not on
still
there.
around?
It is. I'm not there. Well, that was when I was first told to get on there. I was first told that type of platform to get on. But I don't get on there as much, but I do get contacted though from people, from photographers and
Oh.
stuff. But there's a lot more scams on there, I think. I do watch out for, I have learned how to watch out for scams and stuff.
What kind of things do scammers do? I don't know if I've come in contact with one. I've had scammers try and buy dresses that weren't real, but like, what kind of like scams will they try and do? Oh, are you talking about maybe like where they're like, I'll send you the money to buy the outfits, and then have you ever came across that?
No, I actually came across someone that wanted not. It was actually on Instagram that wanted to paint picture of me and sell it, you know, from my photo. And then he said, what did he say? He'll even send me the money and then I give him the money. I don't know what it was.
Oh yeah, that's always.
But
a scam.
I'm like, okay, well, first, I asked the photographer the advice, and then it's like I would have to get the photographer's,
Mm-hmm.
permission too. But yeah, the on Model Mayhem is like paid gigs, this much, this clothing line, something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
In the little bit of time we have left, Brooke, for the photographers that want to reach out to you, how may they do so?
You can reach out to me through my Instagram is the best at Brooke.Aspen_model.
Brooke, you have been a delightful guest. I love just sitting here talking with you. I always want to help a new model get started, further their career. Um, a goal of this podcast is to not only introduce a new model to uh, to photographers, but it's to help them promote themselves. And I want to help promote you in your career because I think just getting started, I think you've got a very bright future ahead of you. You can go as far as you want to go. Okay. And I really believe that. It's up to you to decide how far you want to go. Okay. I believe in you. I think you've got, again, a very bright future. Um, I would, I would love to photograph you myself. Okay. Um, I know there are a lot of other photographers out there that feel the same way that I do, and they will be reaching out to you, Aspen, Brooke Aspen. This is just the start for you, and I wish you all the best. Okay. Thank you for being a guest on this episode of the Model Connection podcast. Kelsey, I have enjoyed having you as a co-host. I want you to come back again. Okay.
We'll see. No, I'll probably be back. And Brooke, you've been great. Thank you so much for being here and talking with us. I think it'll be really helpful for other people who have just begun modeling and just hearing how it starts. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not easy
Yeah.
and it's a little messy, but it's worth it in the end. So I
Yeah.
think it's good.
It is. It's fun.
Thank you. So, Brooke, Kelsey, thank you both for being here. You two are just awesome. Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
thanks.
Thank you for tuning into the Model Connection podcast. Please like, follow, and subscribe on social media and everywhere you get your podcast. Links are in the description. Thank you and bye-bye.